Have you ever heard of an entire navy vanishing beneath the waves? Not in battle, but by its own hand. Welcome to Epic Time Journeys. Today we dive deep into the haunting tale of the ghost fleet of Scapa Flow, a story of pride, desperation, and one of the greatest naval scuttlings in history. It was June 21st, 1919. The guns of the First World War had fallen silent 7 months prior. The world was licking its wounds, trying to rebuild from the ashes of a war that changed everything. But in the remote waters of Scapa Flow, a natural harbour in the Orkney Islands of Scotland, history was about to make one last dramatic ripple. There lay the once mighty Imperial German High Seas Fleet, interned under the watchful eyes of the British Royal Navy. 74 ships in total: battleships, battlecruisers, light cruisers, and destroyers. They were the pride of Kaiser Wilhelm's navy. Now they sat quietly in captivity, awaiting a decision from the Treaty of Versailles on their fate. But Rear Admiral Ludwig von Reuter, the man in charge of these interned vessels, had other plans. Cut off from reliable communication, von Reuter feared that the British were preparing to seize the fleet and divide it among the victorious Allied powers. To a proud naval officer, such a humiliation was worse than defeat. It was betrayal, dishonor, a future carved out by enemies. So he issued a secret order to his men. When the time was right, they would scuttle the fleet, and on that fateful summer morning, as British forces temporarily left the harbour for exercises, the moment arrived. At exactly 11:20 a.m., flags were raised, coded signals flashed, and chaos ensued beneath the still waters of Scapa Flow. Valves were opened, seacocks wrenched free. Explosives set off in engineering rooms. One by one, these metal giants began to list, roll, and slip beneath the waves. British forces, realizing what was happening, raced back in small boats. Gunfire rang out. Some German sailors were shot. Others dove into the cold water to escape their sinking ships. But it was too late. In less than 5 hours, 52 of the 74 interned German warships were gone, swallowed by the sea. It was the largest single loss of warships in a single day in history, yet not a shot had been fired in combat. But the story doesn't end there. For decades, the rusting hulks of the scuttled fleet rested silently on the seabed. Some were salvaged during the interwar years, painstakingly raised from the depths by ingenious engineering. Others remain there to this day, slowly corroding, surrounded by silt and sea life. A ghostly reminder of a time when nations fought not just over land, but for supremacy on the oceans. Today, Scapa Flow is a haven for divers, historians, and those seeking to connect with a forgotten chapter of World War I. The sunken fleet is not just a collection of metal wrecks, it is a graveyard of ambition, a memorial to the end of an empire, and a quiet testimony to the pride of sailors who would rather see their ships at the bottom of the sea than under a foreign flag. So, the ghost fleet of Scapa Flow isn't just a story from the past, it's a powerful reminder of what happens when pride, politics, and war collide in the most unexpected ways. What would drive a man to sink his entire fleet? Sometimes the deepest stories are the ones hidden beneath the surface. Thanks for watching Epic Time Journeys. If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible tales from the past. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep journeying through time.